Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 189. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hi, hello.
I should shut your camera off until I announce you. And then you
Really?
could pop
that's
up.
Cute.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Do a little poppy.
She
She doesn't care enough. You heard that?
Yeah, I was
She
just
doesn't care about
being
me enough.
honest. I just don't care about anything
Enough. Right. Just in general.
Just in general. Summer's winding down. I'm wearing the color of the season. I don't know. Can I wear this through the fall?
I think so.
Hi. It's a spring, fall, winter, summer green.
I really like your eyeshadow.
Thank you so much. It is highlighter from Shein.
It's like purplish.
It's a
like
purple
iridescent.
highlighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a purple
That's a very good
Shein.
color for you. Just in general.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It doesn't look good on me. That color looks good on you.
Noelle, if I could only wing my eyeliner like you, my life would change in a very positive. Can't.
They have stamps, right?
Yeah, I have every stamp. I can't.
Interesting. Okay.
Doesn't work. My eyes don't work like that. If you guys want to hear more of this, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for all of our bonus episodes, including our favorite podcast, BS.
We BS there.
We're also going to be covering 90 Day Fiance, The Single Life. When does that start, Noelle?
It starts, I will tell you right now, I'm nearly positive it starts next weekend.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
I'm excited because that's a fun watch.
What a fun watch. Speaking of a fun watch, Happily Ever After,
it's
season
a fun
7,
watch.
episode 2. I'm excited about Michael and Angela coming back next week.
You know, it's like as soon as I saw in the coming attractions, Angela, I'm like, this is terrible because she's the worst. But like also, it probably will bring a little pop.
Yeah, no, I like watching the worst. You forget that we like watching the worst.
I know. And you're right, because people complain a lot about drama, like on all these shows. And it's like, isn't this what we wanted? Isn't this the magic of
this?
The shows?
Is the magic. This is the magic. These
September 12th, The Single Life comes
Okay,
on.
so that is today.
Oh, wow. We're in the future.
We're in the future. That was exciting, right?
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. You're very fast. Johnny on the spot.
Thank you so much. All right, let's jump into the pool with Libby and Andrei. Okay, they have a housewarming party. Tell me about how you feel about the backsplash.
Okay, so that was my first thought when I saw this. And I'm like, is this a Party City decoration?
No, I like it.
Okay, but it's so tinsely. I feel like it's a lot.
Okay, I feel like everything in their house is very stark white gold.
What I liked was over there, they have a doorway next to the kitchen.
Yeah.
They have like a tiny thin gold molding around it.
Yeah,
Love
I mean,
listen,
the problem is that these things are going to get very dated.
Well, that's what it is. And I think that's what bothered me, because it's like you always say, like, get classic things,
classic finishes, and then you could always add to it. Anything that you could like swap out. You know, it's like get a couch that's a solid color. Add some fun pillows.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a strange way to bring character into the house, but at the same time, I get it, but it's like, I hope you have a big renovation budget. Because
I'd like to know how big this house is.
I don't think it's very big. I think it's a regular house size house, because you can see from the outside, it's not like Jen's or.
No, it's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. So he likes to surround himself with successful people. See, I understand what he's saying, but that's not what he means.
Yes.
Andrei is trying to surround himself with people who do something for him.
Yeah, I think in his mind, that's just networking.
Yeah.
I don't think he realizes like what he's doing exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Chuck comes and he's talking to little baby Eleanor, and apparently she calls him Happy instead of
that's
Grandpa?
what I was going to say to you.
Yeah.
Why do people make up these names?
She probably made it up. Maybe she couldn't say like Grandpa. She said Happy, whatever it is. And then
like
it just stuck.
Kris Jenner, all the kids call her Lovey.
Really?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like people,
it's cringe.
Gigi or there's all like different names.
Yep.
But Happy.
Happy. Yeah, there we go. I mean, listen, you could have a worse name. So her sisters are like, he's an opportunist. I agree with them. I mean, but also who cares? Like, just shut up.
They care too much. That's the
their
problem.
Job. That's their job. They're like, who invites their immigration attorney? Now, the thing is, like, Andrei doesn't have friends here. He it would only be colleagues or people he works with on some level.
But do you invite your lawyer to places?
He doesn't have anyone else. He's trying to think of all the people he knows. And remember something, everyone also wants to film because they want to be on the show.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, and the attorney probably already has clearance to be on the show. So that's already.
Okay. That makes so much more sense.
So now they make a fake trip to Ellie's room.
Right. To the empty room. But and then they go to the empty room. Right.
Every woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, now we're going to go see Ellie's room.
Yes.
And they go and she opens the door like it's going to be
what the, yeah.
Like it's not just going to be a toddler bed.
Okay. So when I saw it, you know what it reminds me of? Those things you sent me on TikTok, the dogs' rooms.
Yeah.
The little rooms that everything's miniature. That's what it looked like. But it's a regular room.
There's like no decor.
No, it's like, here's a pink
She's
bed.
like, I wanted pinks. I wanted whites. I wanted golds. You need a designer. You need a decorator, my friend, because this is not it.
Yeah. You don't have one thing hanging on the wall.
And then she's like, look, this is a feather light fixture. Yeah, no, that's good for dust. It's good for the baby's allergies.
My first thought was I would hack to death.
You can keep that up for one day tops.
Yeah, how is that?
That's going to be disposable.
With dust? Yeah,
it is.
Sure. That's a Party City decoration.
That should be a Party City decoration.
Yeah.
So then she's like, well, here's another room. And there's a Casio keyboard in the corner.
I love. My dad used to have this.
Your dad had it. I had it when I was a child. They put it in my crib to play with.
Yeah.
Noelle.
But this is the guest room / studio.
Okay.
So I have to sleep with your microphone?
Noelle.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Right.
But I do know that like that's like me having an empty room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put like, I don't know, what could I put? Like skis in it, right?
Right.
And I'm like, this is where this is my sports equipment room.
Right.
Or like you having an empty room and putting like a dumbbell in it and being like, this is the gym.
This is my workout room.
No, this is the gym.
She has a tiny ass Casio in the corner.
But there's nothing else there.
Nothing.
Maybe wait until have the party.
Right.
Can you furnish the house real quick?
Okay. It was so weird to me to have a party, like have a housewarming party. Cool. But shouldn't the house be a little more done?
It doesn't have to be, but I wouldn't brag about I wouldn't brag about my 4-key keyboard. I think if you press one of those buttons, it plays the Muppet song.
I hear the song that it plays because my dad has played one. And I was like, I have that song etched in my memory.
Can you sing it?
Well, it's not a song. It's
but can you sing it with
tune? Okay. And then it's like, because it shows you like, here's the pipes.
Yes.
Here's the sax.
Oh my God. I remember that. My grandmother had that keyboard.
Yes.
Yeah. And you put like different settings on and it was different instruments.
Tracey, that's it. I have like chills. That's it. These are the sounds of my childhood.
The keyboard she had wasn't even that good. The keyboard
so
she
funny.
had was like, she bought it at Toys R Us.
Did she play the keyboard? Or she just got it for shits?
I mean, she got it so that someone would ask if she's a singer. She's like, oh, that is right. I am a musician. Thank you for asking. How did you know?
So funny.
My musical equipment.
Oh, that's so funny.
The studio.
In my studio guest room.
I have a keyboard plugged in, and now this is my studio. Okay, so this random guest, Marisol, who is, I think, the wife of like one of these real estate guys that Andrei knows.
One of Andrei's friends, yeah.
She's like, oh, you're a singer? I'm actually a professional singer. Why don't you sing for me?
Who are you? What have you sang that I know?
And she's like, oh, I don't want to sing at my party.
Right.
She's like, sing right now or you're not a real singer.
She's like, well, I'm not tuned up. I'm not warmed up. Yeah.
She's like, sing right now or you're not a real singer. I'm telling you right now on national television that if you don't sing right now, you're not a singer. I am the boss of all singers. And if you don't sing right now, you're not a singer.
Yeah. I dare someone to say that to you.
Do it. Do it. I will kick you in the face.
I know.
I will throw you out.
She was probably like rude.
She was so rude.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
People do this to me all the time.
Tracey, I've seen it. Say a joke. Say something funny.
Yeah. Okay. Get away from me.
It's like, what?
Go to hell.
I mean, it's just so funny because I've seen it so many times. Like, oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke.
Yeah, your mother is a joke. So that's why. It's like, I can't believe that this is happening. And also, if you're a professional singer, then damn well that you wouldn't say that to someone.
Right. You wouldn't be rude
Marisol,
like that.
why don't you warm up? And why don't you start singing? And then maybe I'll join a tune in.
Right. Give me a break.
And her mother's like, yeah, sing right now or you're not a singer.
And her mother's like, you sang at our wedding. It's like, oh God.
Get away from me. She's like, I wasn't. Lame. Yeah, no. So she's like, what are you going to be singing? She's like, nursery rhymes. Okay. So I'm upset because Marisol's being rude. But at the same time, you did this.
What do you mean?
You plugged the keyboard in. You wanted people to ask you what was going on. You know what? No, you should sing a nursery rhyme.
This is your
everyone.
fault. And then it's like, well, Ellie shows interest in singing.
What does that mean? So now Ellie's going to be doing your work?
So now her and Ellie are going to sing together. That sounds like a nightmare. It does sound like a nightmare.
And the reason I know that it's a nightmare is because I saw on Instagram. She filmed like a music video. First of all, who edited this? Who did the sound for this? Me?
It's on our story right now.
Who did it? Me?
It's not great.
Who did it?
It's more like me.
One of your dogs did it, I think.
Yeah, Chico did it.
She looks really weird in the video.
Okay, too. I thought the same thing. I'm like, why does she look like this?
She looks like she got punched in the mouth.
Yeah, she looks like weird and swollen.
Yes, that is so accurate.
Yeah,
she looks very swole.
Swole. Yeah, it is very, very strange. I mean, her voice was surprisingly good.
Okay, but what's happening here?
I know.
Who saw that and was like, you know what? Put it out.
Yeah, you know what? This sounds great.
Put it out right now.
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
So now I love what happens next.
The fight, the argument.
So the whole family's by the Party City backsplash.
Right.
And they're all saying how great the party was because Charlie's not there.
Right.
And I love how the sisters, right, Jen and Becky, they're trying to be like kind of nasty. But they like
there's
Andrei.
No reason. They do.
But they
like
do.
Andrei.
They like him. And
I know.
Like, oh God. All right. Well, whatever. The gig's
we
up.
hate that we agree with him.
Yes. So they agree with Andrei because, but Andrei in everyone else's defense, Andrei is drunk.
Okay, so I'm watching this and I'm like, does nobody notice like his eyes are rolling around? His
eyes
head?
Are closed and open a little bit. Now, I don't think he's a drunk. No. I just think he happens to be drunk at this party.
Yeah, I don't think that he has a problem.
So maybe it's not the best time to bring up Charlie's alcohol problem because you're not the most credible source at this moment.
Right. Agreed.
He's slurring, Charlie's a drunk. And it's like, yes, Charlie is a drunk, but can we move on? So her mom is like, well, guys, you all drink the same amount. And it's like, yeah, well, how come we're not all banned from the house?
Well, that's the thing. And it's like, well, how come?
How many of us fist fought with Andrei?
How many weddings did Andrei ruin? Come on.
So they, now they're going to talk to her mom and I guess her husband.
Yeah.
Who like doesn't get any screen time usually.
No.
But the producers put them in a prom pose so they could talk to the camera.
I know.
So they have to hold each other while they answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
What was that about?
TLC loves a prom pose, though. Just like when you're mad at the other person, you got to go back to back each other. Yes.
So they're prom posing, talking to the camera, and Andrei's funny. So he has a point, but then because he's drunk, he goes 3 steps too far.
That's the problem.
So he's like, no, your son's a drunk. She's like, my son might be a drunk a little bit, but like not what you're saying. And he's like, I'll ban you from this house too. And it's like, okay, Andrei.
Well, that's the problem. And it's like, this is why you never quit while you're ahead. This is what the problem is.
But it's because he was drunk.
That he was drunk. Of course.
Conversation.
Of course.
But I got to tell you, both the mother and the father, very in denial.
Totally agree. Yes.
Well, now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. What a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
It can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life, just like what's happening right now in this family.
Sure.
But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling. A therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. I think that possibly the entire family would benefit from therapy.
I totally agree.
Because obviously they're facing some problems. They're facing some struggles dealing with Charlie's addiction.
They're having trouble communicating.
Yeah. And I think this should inspire them to try therapy because I think it's going to be better than they expected.
Yes.
They will feel more like themselves. They'll be less stressed, more confident, maybe. And you could just like talk something out with someone who doesn't have an opinion based on your family. You know what I mean?
Right. A total like non-biased opinion.
Non-biased opinion. If you are thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It is convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey and switch therapists at any time. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/fiance today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance. And as always, that will be right down there in the show notes.
Cool.
All right, moving on to Jenny and Sumi.
Oh, this is rough.
It is rough. Do you have any thoughts before we get really into it?
About just them in general or what happened, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, just
I think that his mom is really terrible. I think that his mother is totally trying to gaslight Jenny. It's like, you said that you love Jenny and you said that you accept the relationship. And now you're being the devil. I feel very bad for Sumi. I do. And I usually don't feel bad for him. In this situation, I do. I think he's trying to be honest. And I think they've been together for so long now. Who cares?
Right.
His mother's reaction. She's so mad that she can't control the situation.
Yeah, she's flipping out.
That's what it is. She's flipping out.
Yes. His mom is hysterical. Now the dad's crying because the mom is so out of control and he's so frustrated. And she said the person who birthed him so painfully is who he. This is like,
it's so manipulative.
This is manipulation 101.
It is.
She said that he won't even be invited to their funerals. I would have been like, I'm going to come to your funeral anyway. You're going to be dead.
You can't stop me.
Do it. How are you going to stop me? Stop me in your second life when you're some kind of moth.
But then
what are you going to do?
But then it's like, you think to someone, because I know that I am not like this. I'm not someone who like lives and dies by what my parents would say. But it's like, for someone like him, like in his culture, like this like is destroying his life, having his mother feel this way about him.
Yes,
that's why I feel so bad for him.
I feel bad for him, but at the same time, if he got some therapy, he could maybe like move past this. I bet you his mother would back down.
Yeah, I mean, you would think, but I don't know.
I think. So he said, and this is a very codependent statement too, quote, I don't know how to exist without my mother. Maybe figure it out.
That's sad though. That's sad. That's why I feel bad for him.
I guess. I mean, she doesn't want to see him anymore. And she's like, listen, we don't need any of your love. You can give it all to Jenny. I would have been like, good. I'm going to give it all to Jenny. I'm going to give it double. I'm going to give her more love than I ever gave you in your whole life.
Well, that's the problem. His mother wants him to like chase her and like beg for her love.
Right.
And if he would just like, okay, don't accept it. I'll just be here with Jenny forever. She would back down.
And then his sister-in-law, oh,
she's a bitch. She is.
Really is. She takes his mom's side. And then the brother's like, yeah, well, people make fun of my mother. And it's like, yeah, I'd make fun of your mother too. She's wailing on TV.
For no reason. She's mean. She's talking about another woman's arms for no reason. Yeah, I'd make fun of your mother too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't like it? Kind of like how when she body shames
Jenny?
Right.
Yeah, I hate it.
Do you remember when she got up to go off herself when they were in the temple?
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's my problem with the sister-in-law and the brother. Like, why are they even there?
I don't know. But also
what?
Play the footage for the mother. She's like, I never said that.
Yes. Yes.
Go to the
Roll
videotapes. Thank you.
Yes.
Can we have an instant playback? So they leave. This is very dramatic. Jenny's sitting alone. Sumi runs after them, and then he comes back, and there's silence.
What the hell is she so mad about?
I mean, she's mad because she just had to sit there and hear everyone scream about her in a language that she doesn't understand. While Sumi's like, no, please, please, please. I love you, mommy, 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 mommy.
I feel like she's just so mad that like he ran after her because she's like, he'll go after her and I'm alone.
Yes. Okay. I kind of agree with her because she's like, hey, I don't want to do this. This isn't going to go well. And he's like, no, this is going to go swimmingly. Right. She's like, no, it's not. And I'm going to tell you what's going to get me upset. When your mother flips out, because she's gonna, you're going to go running after her and you're going to make me feel stupid. And I don't want to deal with that. And he's like, no, that's not going to happen.
Bingo, it all happened.
Right.
I just felt like, is she overreacting? But then I have to put myself in her
No.
shoes because I would have lost my mind by now.
They're screaming about how terrible she is. So no, after she's like, hey, I don't want to do this. This is too painful for me. And he's like, no, it's not.
It's like they're disowning their son because of you. Yeah, I get it. It's actually a terrible feeling.
Right. So she's like, you don't even tell me what they say. You don't even
Mhm.
translate anything. Like, I'm sitting here like a jerk.
That sucks.
Yeah. So he tells her that she's overreacting, and she goes into the bedroom and he goes,
Mhm.
do I need to pamper you every time you get mad?
I think he's just kind of now taking his frustration out on her.
So she pushes him away. I'm like, oh, they're going to like brawl.
I thought she was going to like hit him.
I know.
Why?
So,
And also, there's a clock on the pillow. Did you notice that? I'm like, why
No.
is there's a big ass wall clock on the bed?
Probably fell off.
Yeah, it was so random.
A roach probably ate it off of the wall. I mean, God knows she doesn't clean it. So he said, you're here to support me.
Right.
And this is what bothers me about them, because it's like, so it's never about her, right? It's never about her.
I think he feels like, I'm getting disowned from my parents because I love you so much. So can you make this a little easier for me?
Okay.
I do understand.
Sure. Can you make me not get berated by your parents every few days?
Okay. But also, in his defense, she didn't have to go. She wanted to go.
No, I think that who was gonna?
No, he told her, he's like, you don't have to come. Because
Really?
she's like, am I invited?
Oh.
And then she's like, well, I want, like, I'm gonna come.
Right.
So it's
well,
like,
who was gonna not sweep the house?
well, that's true. Right.
So he said, and he also says, he's like, my parents are more upset than you.
Okay, that's not true. I don't like that.
Yeah,
And
he's a mama's boy.
Also, when she's yelling at him, she's like, stay away from me forever. And it's like,
yeah, or
Jenny,
until like 5 more
please.
minutes, and then we're gonna do snuggles on the couch.
Please, Jenny. They've been together for like a long ass time already.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yes, I don't know. I
kind
don't
of
like
gross
him.
too, though.
Really gross. I don't really like him at all.
You know, I don't mind him. I think they're on the same level. They're both,
I guess,
what they are. You know,
lowered expectations.
Yes. That's Tracey's favorite.
That's my favorite.
That's from Mad TV, right?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
That's my favorite sketch. All right, so Ed and Liz. This.
I'd rather watch Angela and Michael than Ed and Big. And Big Liz. Ed and Liz.
Ed is 56. Liz is a hard 29.
I can't believe she's 29. I can't believe it.
Probably her doctor can't believe it either.
That's the thing. I feel like
I'm looking at your birth certificate, but this doesn't seem right.
For some reason, I don't know that much about Liz.
You don't, because Liz,
right?
because we only met Liz on The Single Life.
After Teddy died.
Yeah.
They brought her on.
Yeah. But
yeah.
The only stuff that we really know about her is if you were watching The Single Life. So that's why you
right.
Don't really
okay.
know
Yeah. Because I'm like, it's so weird because they never really showed them getting together that much or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So we meet Leon, the dog, and he's trying on a tux, but this isn't even a good dog tux.
Okay. So I'm like, this is what you want to put the dog in?
It's not a good dog tux. Come on.
It's a very cute little dog, though.
I know. So Liz and him are engaged for 4 months, and he's like, yeah, when I first met her, and she's like, yeah, I dodged him for months. This is a very terrible relationship, and I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me.
These are the relationships that make me cringe, where like every joke is about how much they don't like each other.
Oh, I hate that. It's people are so showy.
My wife,
about
take
that.
her.
Take my wife, please. Yeah, I know. It's also like, like, here's my husband. Isn't he ugly? It's like those kind of conversations.
Yes.
You're right.
Them.
I know.
I hate them.
This is so showy.
You know what it is? It's also like, it's kind of abuse.
I guess
it's like silly abuse.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
It's
think
making light.
No, what bothers me.
It's like almost like normalizing it.
To me, it's more like, you guys are so full of shit, and that's why it bothers me.
No, it bothers me because it's like normalizing, like you're supposed to hate your husband, and it's like, no.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't. Right. No, that's not normal.
Right. Mm-hmm. But this is the culture that we've come to.
Yes, you're right.
Like, and it creates like these terrible relationships, and that's what makes people think that like having a tumultuous relationship is the norm, and like that's how it's supposed to be.
That's why I like Libby and Andrei, because I feel like they got each other's backs, even though she's kind of a turncoat. She does love him. He loves her. He would never be like, oh, look, I hate my wife.
No, I don't like it. I know that it's jokes,
it's
but
funny,
it's like,
right?
no, it's not funny. It's really not funny. So she dodged him for months, and she was a server at a restaurant that he used to take his dates to.
Right. Cool.
Oh my God. So then they broke up. He broke up with her 8 times via text. He was like,
because he's
terrible
a big
to her too.
Yes.
He's a big texter. He's a big text breakupper.
He's a terrible person. Like, let's just put that out there.
She's not great.
She's not great, but
she's looking for clout. She wants to be on the show.
I also feel like Liz has had a very rough life.
Something bad happened to her.
This is the norm for her to be in this type of relationship. Yes. I really do.
And that's why she's leaning into, I hate my wife.
For sure. Yes. But this is very codependent. This is very toxic. This is very bad.
Right. So now when Teddy died, she reached out because, quote, I needed to show you that he was loved and that you were loved.
So what are you going to lick him to sleep every night like Teddy did? You know, let me show you the way Teddy loved you. What? Yeah,
he picks up her poop on the lawn too. No, I think that. And did you see her in his backpack when?
Yeah. In the little bubble. I saw her face.
Noelle. This kind of stuff, this is what I'm learning in life, right? As I get older, I used to feel really guilty about a lot of things. Like, you know, people would do like terrible things to me. And then I'd be like, well, something bad happened to them, so I need to reach out.
Yes, that is true.
Right.
And I would be like, Tracey.
Right. But like, I feel like you felt like that too in your life. And now it's like, as we get older, it's like, you don't have to reach out when their dog dies.
Okay, agreed. I am a firm believer in, like, even though you've had like a shitty life, it doesn't give you an excuse to be a shitty person. And I just feel like Big Ed is a shitty person, and like everyone lets him get away with it. And I hate that so much.
There's so many sexual assault allegations against him.
See, that's the thing. I guess I just remember how he treated Rosa. That was like right there. Just like Rose. He was so abusive. That's what it Rose. He was so abusive towards her.
But this is who he is. And then it's like these women came out with sexual assault allegations. No one cared. TLC didn't care. I don't know. So anyway.
That's the crazy part. I'm very shocked that he's still on the show.
Well, I don't know. So now they are going to have an engagement party. What a love story. And her bridesmaids, at first I thought they said Tommy and J-Lo.
Me too.
And I was like, no, it's Tommy and Pam, first of all.
I was like, Tommy and J-Lo.
And then it's Tawny and J-Lo. And then also it's J-Lo.
Yeah, I know it is J-Lo. You didn't mishear that.
I know. So his friend Rich isn't his friend anymore. We know.
Yeah, we know. We don't care. You know what? Rich is the only person
making out with your mom.
Yeah, but Rich is the only one who's like, this is a bad idea.
Right. But also, Rich, you're dramatic.
Rich is also there for clout.
Of course he is. So Rich talks to his mom every single day. And his mom thinks that he's picking Liz over her. Also, you're not well.
Okay, but that's so unhealthy too. If my mom was like, you're picking Matt over me, it's like, what's wrong with you?
That's not the same.
That's not it's a different relationship.
I was going to say, but your mom doesn't wear pigtails, but she definitely would and does.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. Yeah.
So Liz is crying again. Like this sounds fun. This is a really good relationship.
Well, that's the thing.
Like
there's not one person in your life who's happy about this.
They've been engaged for 4 months and all they do is cry. So then when they break up, right? Ed starts bad mouthing her to his friends and family. And then now they don't support. Okay.
Also, I've seen this play out a lot, and I know that you have too. It's like, well, this person told you that you shouldn't be with me. I don't want you to be friends with them anymore.
Yes, exactly. So now Liz is also, according to Rich, the first relationship since Ed's divorce. Hello.
And he's like, he's desperate. It's like, no shit.
Donde está Rose?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Donde está Rose? Rose is in a much better life.
Yeah,
right
she's
now.
in a much better place wherever she is.
Yeah.
So him and Rich meet in the night in the park on a cliff.
In Catfish Park at night.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then Ed is like, yeah, I don't know why we're here in the dark in a park. I'm scared.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd be like, is Rich going to rob me? Like, what?
I know. Rich is going to throw him off the cliff. Like in, what was it? The Good Son?
Yes. Right. Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Wood. Yes.
So Rich thinks that Liz is an opportunist. I agree. Yeah. But I think Ed's an opportunist.
I think Ed is too. Yeah.
And Rich is really obsessed with Ed's mom though. Like, stop.
okay, I find that really weird because
That's how he's staying in his life, though.
listen, I love your mom. We don't talk every single
He should.
day.
Well,
We
especially when you
could,
stop talking to me. You should talk to my mom every day.
but that's what I find weird. And it's like, why are you doing that? You
He's
don't.
doing it. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
it's very strange.
All right. Well, let's talk about Jovi, and Yara.
See, they have a little bit of that banter too.
I'm upset about this episode.
Really?
Yeah, I don't love it.
Oh, this didn't bother me.
All right. So Mila's in the back seat, so annoyed.
Oh, but she's cute though.
She's very cute. She's
Yeah.
just so annoyed that she's like, I have to go to a vineyard. Yeah, this is exactly what I
Why
want to
do
do.
my parents have to take me drinking?
I have to go drinking. Great. This is
Come
great.
on.
So they're going to the vineyard, and she told Jovi, she's like, you need to sell your liver. You drink too much.
Yeah, that's very funny.
So
And then he's like, my mom thought that you were going to harvest my organs.
yeah, she's like, and she said that she would cut off his D if he cheated. And he's like, yeah, and sell it. And she's like, no, I would throw it in the trash or feed it to the dog. She's like, who would want that?
Yeah, I know. She's like, nobody would want it anyway. That's so funny.
She makes me laugh. So Gwen was babysitting here and there.
Right.
But Jovi and her got in a fight because Gwen doesn't visit Yara when Jovi's not home.
I know. And I just feel like there has to be more to this. There
has to be more. So Yara said that she only has Gwen here and she loves Gwen and she's crying. She's like, I love your mom. I don't want to fight with her.
And they haven't spoken in 6 months.
I know. That's so crazy.
Sad.
So they get to the vineyard and a backwoods couple greets them. Is this a vineyard or is this someone's backyard?
This is a backyard.
Okay.
This is a backyard couple.
Yeah. And they're like, actually, we got to the wine at Trader Joe's, but do you want to see our dead grape plants?
Yovi's like, yes.
He's like, yeah, I love Trader Joe's wine. So he's also complaining about having a child.
Yeah, of course. I know. But I see, that's the thing. I think he's trying to be silly, but it's like not working.
No, I don't think he's trying to be silly. He's like, yeah, it's really fun. He's like, we got to be home by 6:30. She's like, oh, but we love her so much. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
No, I know. I just think that he tries. He's a try hard.
Well, he likes the wine a lot.
He does like the wine a lot.
And they're like, yeah, this is called the poor man's champagne. We bought it for $3. It's also called $3 Chuck.
And he's like, this is the type of wine I like to drink.
Yes.
It's like, you like to drink any type.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, we're going to show you some twigs in the forest. It's the winter and we have no plants. So if you want to come, we'll show you the twigs that the grapes used to be on.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, let me just grab the bottle of wine.
But that seems so scripted to me.
I don't think so, because then in the background you could see at the end he finished the bottle. He has it all the way up in the air. He's like trying to get the last drop.
I believe it, but I'm sure that they were like, go grab the bottle.
Right. So it's a poor man's champagne.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That's probably what I would drink.
So she's not breastfeeding anymore. And this is the conversation that they've been prompted to go into, that she wants her boobs done. She has gotten not in the scene, but in the confessional, she has gotten so much filler and Botox.
I know.
The hair extensions are bad.
Because the thing is, even when we first met her, she had hair extensions and she had Botox and stuff. This happens on so many of these shows. The girls, they go so far with it.
Yeah. Her
She's
face
so
isn't
pretty.
moving.
Yeah.
I know. Well, her face isn't moving. Well, did you see her original face, her OG face?
Oh, I remember her OG face. Yeah.
The one before.
Where she had like brunette. She was like brunette.
So she's like, I kind of want to get my boobs done. And he says, quote, it would be nice to have boobs like a stripper. And then
I know. But then he's like, your boobs look great. You look great naked. I love having sex with you.
Yeah, but he doesn't mean it, because then she's like, I don't like them. And he's like, well, there's worse out there. Then he said in the confessional, he's like, yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
No, I know. I don't know. I just feel like he's just a dope. He doesn't bother me that much.
Oh, I don't like
I think that they also have a very particular relationship that works for them that probably would never work for anybody else.
No, I don't think it works for me. So moving on, Usman and Kim. Usman's 33. Kim is 51.
Right.
Kim's in San Diego. Usman is in Nigeria. Just for a little backstory. He is a musician. Now, how does he really make money?
I don't know. I think he just scams people.
Okay,
I really
cool.
do.
He's a Yahoo boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is what he wants to do. His goal is to be the most famous human being on earth, like Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, Kim is rubbing off on you now.
Yeah, because she thinks Michael Jackson is the
Yes.
bee's knees.
Then he talks about how he loves Zara.
Right.
Until now he met Kim, and now he's on to her. And Kim is going to go meet his family. And then he starts telling his brother Muhammad about her. And he goes,
Right.
You remember the lady I told you about from the United States?
Mm-hmm. Which one? Which one?
How about remember my girlfriend that I love?
Right. Instead of the lady I told you about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he said that Kim is okay with him having another wife, and also that she can't stop him. So that's good.
Right. The thing is, like, Kim isn't okay with it, but Kim is desperate not to lose him.
Yes. So he said that he also needs to fall in love with another woman so he could have a baby with her.
I guess his second wife.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, well, right now, because I don't love another woman, I guess I'll have Kim as my number one.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Kim is picking up Jamal from the airport because Jamal lives in New York City now.
Yeah.
So he flies into San Diego, and she tells her sick mother and her son that she's going to propose to him. And she's like, but don't worry, he's not using me. I'm the one who brought up the K1 visa.
You could tell this was Jamal's first time hearing it. He was like flabbergasted.
Okay. Jamal reminds me of your cousin so much.
Tracey, he reminds me so much of my cousin.
Okay.
I was watching this today. I have to keep backing away from you. I was watching it. I'm like, is this my cousin?
Yeah, that was your cousin.
Stop it.
He has the same face as him.
Thank you so much
The
for
expressions,
that.
everything they do. It's this. That's the same person. That's your
You
cousin.
made me. I have the chills because I thought I was crazy.
No, that's your
Okay.
cousin. That was so funny.
Okay.
So Jamal's like, so how do you know that he really likes you? And she goes, quote, just the way he is with me.
Oh, it's so good. That's a great way to figure it out.
Very, very good example
Words.
of a solid, of a solid way.
Right.
So she's like, I don't want to be judged. I don't know why everyone's judging me. And Jamal's like, yeah, this is BS. Like, I can't.
Right. Jamal's like, what are you thinking, Mom? What are you doing? And
I know.
listen, she's
and
another
like,
one.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if he's happy or not. I don't care. And it's like,
you should care. It's your
maybe you
son.
should
That's your
care.
only
You should
son.
probably care. But that's what she says. And then it's like she flip-flops on that too.
The problem is she doesn't care what her mom thinks, her son thinks, her friends think. And it's like, you don't have to take everyone's advice. But I think
okay, but if everyone has the
life,
same advice,
right. If everyone in your life take the advice.
Yes. Also, millions of fans.
Millions. Because I like him so much.
No one has a different opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Bilal and Shaida.
I know that we're going to have differing opinions on this too.
I don't like any of them. How about that?
Okay. Same.
That's my opinion.
Like
my opinion is I don't like them all for different reasons.
Okay. Me too. I thought that you would feel differently.
No, I'm going to call them Bilal and Shady.
Ooh, I like it.
Right. So, Shady said that Shaida is bullying her, right? So they have a Burberry Gucci meeting at a tea shop.
The place looks so cute. Bilal had like a mini coffee pot.
Yeah. So what it was like the thing that brews the tea through it. So I don't know if it was like a slow pour kind of thing.
Is?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
So okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So
tell me.
Shady said that Shaida was aggressive. Right. And Shahida's mad that she even said that she was aggressive, which is aggressive.
Right. But that's what bothers me. Listen, I've had like my ex-boyfriend. He used to drive me crazy and I would flip out and he'd be like, see how crazy you are? Right. I do think that she was pushed into flipping out. Okay.
All of this. Yes, I agree with all of this. So then they argue, but Shady keeps saying this is, when you came to my home, like she's doing things for digs for sure. So she said that she felt disrespected and that she felt like Shaida was very rageful. And Shahida's like, did I yell at you? And it's like, okay, well, you're yelling.
Maybe you're a little rageful.
And she did what I will agree with Shaida. She said, it's not what you said, it's your tone. Totally agree.
Okay, I agree with that. Yes.
Shaida now gives her the dirtiest look. And then Shady takes it a step far and goes, I was ready to ban you from my home. I said she would never be allowed in my home ever again. So she said that she was not cordial. She was not polite. And then Shahida's like, I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do. Shaida gets up. She goes, I'm done. And then she tells Bilal, no, Shaida said that she's done first. And And then Shaida tells Bilal to go get her.
Okay, but Bilal starts praying like in the middle of this.
She stands up and she starts yelling, and Bilal goes, "I seek refuge from Allah." Bro,
I'm like, is he praying right now?
I get that. No, he was calling upon Allah.
That was so funny.
Like, Allah is not gonna
help
fight
you
up.
here. Yeah.
So Shaida threatens her and leaves, and then they all leave, and then Bilal won't speak to Shaida in the car. That's what happens. Let's discuss.
Okay. So I'm not on anybody's side.
I'm on no one's side.
I don't like the way anybody handled it. I feel like Bilal, grow up.
Bilal, also, this is your wife now.
Well, that's
you better take her side. You better start. I don't know. Like, I just feel like, okay.
Yeah.
First of all, if I could have directed this as a therapist, right? Because I'm not. I would have said, "Hey, Shaida, we're going to use I statements instead of you statements."
Oh, okay.
So instead of saying like, "You were nasty when you came to my house. You did this. You did that," I would have been like, "When you came over, I felt upset."
Okay, I like that.
When you started talking about the prenup, I felt kind of attacked.
Right.
And I felt this. That's what I would have said.
I like that.
The way you were talking to me was making me feel very upset and insecure in my own home.
Okay.
So I think that would have changed a little bit of how Shaida reacted.
Right, because then it's like she's not attacking her.
Sure. Shaida came to her house like a nasty, nasty woman.
I do think that Shaida came there because she's like a mama bear trying to protect her kids. Yeah.
That's not going to work out too well.
I don't know. I don't think my problem is like,
not nice. We've never seen her be nice. She is a snotty, not nice person.
But I feel that way about Shaida too.
In different ways.
I just feel like I'm watching this and I'm like, again, this is something Shaida's making these digs, and this is something everybody's gonna be like, did you see Shaida?
No,
flipping
but
out?
Shaida is making the dig.
Yeah.
She's setting her up.
Yes, she
to
is
react for sure. But she knows she's going to react because she sees that her personality is not the greatest.
No, of course.
So
but I think that Bilal saw that she was putting digs.
Sure, but you know what? Do you think that maybe she was putting digs because she doesn't feel supported by Bilal?
Well, so I think, and as I'm watching this, I'm like, all right, I'm married to Matt. If I was in an argument like that, no matter what Matt thought, if he didn't have my back, like me and him have bigger problems.
That's my other problem. It's like Bilal. The problem with these two women are that, can you imagine getting in a fight with Matt's ex?
No.
Okay? And she goes to him, "You better go get your girl." And he's like, "I seek refuge from Moses."
I would lose my mind. Of course. Like, he likes women with bad personalities.
He likes women with bad personalities. There's something about him that's so controlling on one end, and then there's something about him that's so passive on the other end.
He's so alpha and beta, like at the same time. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's why Shaida left him. Shaida left him because she was the boss.
Right. And Shaida also left him because she felt like he was criticizing all the time.
Yeah. And she was like, "I'm out."
Yeah.
But I can't imagine she used to be nice to him.
I don't know. And that's the thing. I wish that we knew a little more.
I don't think so. I think that's why he was so upset too. Because I think that she had them like brainwashed.
The thing is, I don't think Shaida even wants to be friends with her.
I wouldn't want to be friends with her either. I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to be friends with her either.
No, but I think from the beginning, she didn't want to be.
Sure. I mean, I feel like a lot of this is Bilal's fault, though. Bilal,
sure, he could have made this easier.
Your ex-wife. You know her.
Yes.
You know she was going to come in. You know she's going to yell. You know your wife. You know your current wife.
Yes.
You know how passive aggressive she is. You know how many digs she's going to throw. So why don't you say, "Hey, both of you cut it out. I don't care. Don't like each other. Guess what? You're going to have to see each other all the time. Think about the kids. Mm-hmm. We're not doing this."
Well, that's the thing. If I was Shaida, I would be like, I will kiss Shahida's ass forever.
But you have to be on my side.
Right.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. She's attacking Shaida,
right?
Because she doesn't feel supported.
No, I totally agree with you. That was my first thought watching this. I'm like, I would be so pissed off.
And then
Bilal.
you get in the car and you don't talk to me. So now Shaida feels like, wow, I came to this country. I am all alone. I have no one to talk to about this. I can't tell my family. They're going to tell me to come home. They're going to tell me I did the wrong thing. And I'm stuck in this situation with this man that doesn't care about me.
But it's also like, stop doing this too. On the
but
flip
she's
side.
doing it because she's trying to prove her point
to
Bilal that she's his wife.
But I just feel like it's not going to work with someone like him.
I know, but I feel like Bilal's so like hopelessly in love with his ex-wife.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's like scorn.
Oh, I'm sure he's scorned for sure. I'm sure he's scorned.
I think he's accepted that she doesn't want him. But I think that I think it's hard.
Moved on. Right.
Listen, I don't think he wants her back.
No, I think he's hurt. Yeah,
he's still so hurt
because they broke up how long ago? 7 years ago, I think, something like that.
They broke up a while ago, but it doesn't matter. I just feel like he's really hurt. I think that he wanted to get married because she got married.
Yes,
and
I
he's
agree.
Like, if you're gonna move on, then I guess I should go move on too.
Right, because this is not true love with him and Shaida.
No,
come on,
it's not true love.
Yeah.
So those are all my thoughts.
Thank you for sharing them with me. I think that we actually really agreed on this.
Yeah, I didn't think that we weren't going to.
I just know that because Shaida really is aggressive and she came in so hot last time, I just didn't want you to be like, well, she came in hot again this time. You know?
She did though.
But I feel like everyone kind of, well, not Bilal, but I feel like both women did. Bilal actually came in very cold.
He was freezing. He had his jacket all the way zipped up.
He did. He's like me. He gets very cold. I can tell.
He likes a warmer environment.
Yes.
Guys, if you like the podcast, which you do, give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. And if you want to talk about the podcast or the show, go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook. It's a group. It's amazing. Go over there, join it, answer the questions, and we're going to have a great time over at the group. Noelle keeps up all of the gossip at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and she's been live tweeting the show. So go check that out. Also, you can follow her at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can follow me at Trixie2Zini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And go to TraceyCarnazzo.com because I just put up some new stand-up comedy tour dates.
Ooh, okay.
You can follow me at Trixie2Zini as well for all of the tour dates and everything. All the links are in my bio, TraceyCarnazzo.com, Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast for all of our bonus. And we're going to be getting into the single life. So jump in the pool, guys. Get in while it's hot.
Get in while it's hot, honey.
Bye.
Bye.